what's up, y'all? Alex here. It's another warm fall afternoon here in North York, Toronto. I just got out the 925 Don Mills Express. Took it from Don Mills subway station on line 4. Not too far. Even I could have walked here, but I don't want to do that. And we're here in a very high-density part of North York. There's a lot of high-rise buildings. I know my friend, fellow YouTuber, Sapan TDC Explorer lives around here, so I don't know if he's gonna catch me walking around here. But anyway, today is Wednesday, November the 6th, the day after the U.S. election, 2024, and it is just after 2:30 p.m. and it's a mostly partly cloudy day. It's the same as yesterday, but it is still t-shirt weather. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's no need for me to wear a sweater or a jacket today, but we'll live with a wind chill. Maybe it'll feel a lot cooler than that. But other than that, the temperatures are quite fair. So you guys may remember almost 2 years ago on December 28th, 2022, I did a walking video on the same street, but it was in the other direction. And I don't think I've walked in this direction, and it's been a while since I've been to the whatever neighborhood this is. It might be Henry Farm, or I'm not exactly sure, but I kind of made a last-minute decision to come out here anyway and make a walking video on the street. And again, I wonder if Sapan will be out and about. I know he's done many walking videos on this street before, and I've only done this once. And there's our first squirrel sighting of the day. It's just before rush hour. And this is a typical post-war suburban neighborhood, home to middle-class families. I had school this morning, so for the first time in weeks, I had to get my ass up early, around 6:30. It was not a bad day. At least I had my coffee this morning. And the reason why I'm doing this video is mainly because so I can do a ride video on one of the shortest TTC bus routes ever, the Tan Van Horne. I've only done it eastbound, but not westbound, and I know it runs at this hour, so we'll probably catch it in action some point along the video. And this street will take us over the Don Valley. Sorry, no, not the Don Valley Park. The Highway 404. I've been over to Victoria Park Avenue, which borders North York and Scarborough. So, I also thought of doing like Ledbury Avenue, and not even far from where I live. I don't know if I'll do it after. And I even thought of staying out. I even thought of going out later, like very early evening as it gets dark. Even though I'm not a big fan of that. So you got the 10 and 169 routes here. Speaking of which, there's the 10, 32, 52. And that's probably going to be the same bus I'll be hopping on later on. I noticed that at Tim Hortons at school, they actually have new double chocolate brownies, and I really want to try one of them. I could have got one this morning, but I was having breakfast. Like, I got the usual egg and cheese sandwich, large iced coffee, but the nearest Tim Hortons is around like Victoria Park and Finch, but I don't think I'm gonna go that far. I think the easiest thing for me to do is just hop on the 10 and then head back to maybe we'll go inside Fairview Mall. So when I filmed a walking video on the street 2 years ago, it was like mostly cloudy, but now there's a lot of sunlight out here. And also Van Horne, there's a major street in Montreal that has the same name. They also have a Van Horne Avenue. And I remember when my dad and I went there for the first time in 2018, you know, we drove all the way to Montreal. And our last day before a snowstorm came, we just drove around the city into like the Outremont, Rosemont boroughs. And one of the streets we drove on was Van Horne. Except, you know, this is a very, very small version of Van Horne. Normally the kids would be out by now. I was kind of worried about doing this video because, you know, dismissal time, but I don't know if there's a school around here. I sure hope it won't really interrupt me, or else that wouldn't be freaking good. Houston Crescent. I'm thinking about Houston, Texas. Oh, the U.S. election last night. Oh man, I don't know if it shocked me that much. But we got another 4 years. 4 years of a crazy businessman known as Donald Trump. My dad saw him 20 years ago at the convention center. It was around 2004. I don't know. He acts like a dictator. I don't know. I kind of knew he would win. What if he really promised to make America great? At least keep your freaking promise. The only thing I'm worried about is the tariffs he will import on us, right? Because obviously, you know, we have a good trading partner in the United States, but I don't think it's going to be good for us. I mean, we export so many things to the United States. I don't know how Trump would even decide to do that. I don't know. Another 4 years. It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Other than that, he's crazy as hell. Very crazy. But he came back after his involvement in the January 6th riots, and then his up and down campaign with his assassination attempt. Came back strong. I think he'll be better than the first time. I don't know. Bottom line is, I think he's still crazy, but whatever. Good for the United States, I guess. But this year has been chaotic, and Canada's been watching closely. Even our fucking idiot of our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, congratulated him. And he said he's looking forward to working with him. I don't know. You're going to be next. We're going to make sure we vote your stupid ass out. Because I can't stand anything about this guy. Fucking drama teacher. Come on, the majority of Canadians want you out. Stupid liberal. Very, very lazy Prime Minister. His dad is rolling in his fucking grave right now. I swear to God. Like, what an asshole of a son he raised. We're not gonna get into that. I don't know. Before on this channel, I try not to talk about politics, but, you know, as a young guy, he's always been interested. You know, it's important for me to speak out. And also the fact that a lot of you guys will agree with me. Because millions and millions of Canadians don't like you, Justin Trudeau. I don't know. Enough about that. Alright, so now we're going to go over Highway 404. You got these houses here. Their backyards facing the street here. Obviously, you can't really see them because of the wooden fences. I don't think anything has changed at all the last time I walked down the street. I know there's a public library coming up, and maybe a community center. For the most part, I'm gonna stay on this side so I can easily catch my bus. as of now, I have my sights set on going to Fairview Mall, trying the new chocolate brownie from Tim Hortons, and then I don't know what else I'll do. I'm honestly tempted to go to Oshawa tomorrow, even though it's far, and I'm not really a big fan of it, but there's a lot of elevators I want to film over there. At least it's not getting cold immediately. Well, we ought to be prepared. Well, northbound traffic is moving well. Southbound, of course, not so much. Although I wonder if that's a continuum on the DVP or going to the 401. It could be either one. Because the DVP is just a gridlock. Especially around this hour. Same with the 401. Now we're halfway through the video, so let's continue on. You know, a friend that I talk to sometimes and who watches my channel lives in the smallest he literally lives in the smallest American state, Rhode Island. Says that he really wants to come to Canada, even though Canada is it's not even that great like it was before. I mean, he tells me that Canada is very nice. He would definitely love to visit and probably live there. He says he's gonna move. He says he's gonna move here by next year because of what happened with the results of the election. Like, he really wants to come here. But he told me he's probably gonna go to Montreal because it's much closer to him than in Toronto. So Wesley, all the best to you, buddy. And he said he wants to. Oh, we got another squirrel here, and then another one hiding behind the tree somewhere. Oh yeah, that dog is gonna go and find them. Yeah, he said he wants to study in Canada, but I don't know. It's impossible now as an international student because the government took way too long to reduce the number of them coming to Canada so they could put us Canadians in priority over them. Like, honestly, if you're watching this right now, don't even come to Canada. It's really impossible to, like, I can't stress enough how stressful it is for international students, right? The fact that they just take advantage of their visa and they think of it like it's their home. Like a visa is just temporary. It's even much harder to get your PR and then gain citizenship. Like, that takes years and years, right? So besides, I hear Germany is actually offering a free tuition to them, but now Australia's becoming like us. They want to do the same thing we're doing, but let them all these immigrants in, and everywhere you look there's Indians around. For the most part, it's just lately they just take advantage of them, and then they just want to stay. Well, your visa's over, and now the federal government is really starting to limit the number of them coming in here. Honestly, no matter what country you're from, I honestly think it's gonna be hard for any of these people to come here and study and stay a couple of months here. It's really hard these days. Really freaking hard. Feels like I'm rambling on a bit. But it feels like we need to do better at providing aid and care. It's the government that's doing all this shit. They're being very slow to respond to these international students. By the way, I think we might be in the Pleasant View neighborhood. I could be wrong. And I was right. There is a community center and a library next to each other. But anyway, that's just my take on it nowadays. Like the whole topic is just complicated when you think about it. The fact that, you know, they want to come here because, you know, we have all the resources, but it's just gone downhill. The government doesn't give a shit, right? We're still in the housing crisis, for God's sake. If only we've done better. If only we treated them a lot better. This was never like this when I was growing up 10 years ago. It's really sad. This is literally Trudeau's Canada today. This is what he's done. I just can't stress enough how horrible his friggin' Liberal Party is. It should all step down. That's what I think. See, now this walking video is just turning into more of a political discussion because I have more things to rant about. I gotta let it out of there. I was right, there is a school here. It's very close to dismissal time, so I don't see a lot of kids out yet. It's a middle school, they may get out like in 10 minutes. But when I was at other Pleasant PS, look, my school was at Pleasant PS, this is Pleasant View. But when I was in elementary school, dismissal time was always at 3:20, always. I see Victoria Park Avenue up ahead. Hopefully I can get over there before the bus comes. I know it's going to be here in a few minutes. I want to make my video on that. What does this squirrel think? What do you think, miss? No, you just gonna run away? It's so warm in November, even the kids are playing soccer. Because this is the type of weather we'd be experiencing in spring in the most part, and early fall, but we're halfway through fall now. I mean, next month is December, the official start of winter. So one of these huge bungalows here. They're pretty typical to North York, not like the small ones you see in York, East York, and Scarborough. And there's the plaza, and I think that's the stop. Okay, well there's one here. But hopefully that one is actually the stop for Route 10. There's the 24 Victoria Park bus, or 924, heading all the way down to line 2. There used to be an old TTC bus route, the 224 Victoria Park route, but that was canceled and replaced by a YRT bus of its own. Even I could just wait here. I don't see it yet, so I guess I'll keep walking. It's gonna loop around and head back up. I honestly thought there's a Tim Hortons in this plaza. I guess I was wrong when I looked it up on Google Maps. What is a Greek restaurant, hamburger restaurant, 241 pizza. Interesting small restaurants here. Okay, this is the stop. This is a stop here. I don't think I'll be waiting too long. Oh, there's a Value Village here. I didn't know that. All right, 20 minutes of video. That's pretty good enough. I'll make one more video. That's on the 10. And then I think that'll be it for me. I don't know how much longer I'll stay out. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my rants and discussions like you always do. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos and check out my others as well. I'll see you guys on my next one. Take care. Be well. Be good. Oh, I think I see it now. I see it now. Perfect timing. All right, guys. Take care and bye-bye.